senior, all the way from Arlington, Texas. It's number 2, Destiny. At guard, a 5'5" senior from Prior Lake, Minnesota. It's number 4, McKenna. A 6'2" redshirt senior from Englewood, Colorado. It's number 4, Sydney Mack. And at guard, a 5'9" redshirt junior from Cypress, California. Number 32, The Rams are coached by Brian Williams, assisted by Rico Burkett, Amber Cunningham, and Kylie Vachon. Let's go, Rams.
To Moby Madness.
All right, fans, it's time to stand for D, presented by Helen Ball Motors. So get up, get on your feet, and make some noise for the Rams.
In Boise State here in the regular season finale at Moby Arena. We'll get you those Four Rivers equipment starting lineups on the fly as the ball is tipped, controlled by Boise State. Away and running for the final time at Moby. Of course, for Boise State, 16-14 on the season. Danny Pays, the freshman, 5'11" from Brisbane, Australia. With the ball at the top of the key now is Anna Osley. Want to go on a roll down underneath. Missing it from close range. It's paddled loose where McKenna Hofschild grabs it. So Bays, Mary Kay Nero, Anna Osley, Elodie Lalat, and Abby Muse. They go down low to Kendall Kinzer for the first basket of the contest. Obviously the 6'1" senior forward, 30% from three, getting it done from close range to give the Rams a 2-0 advantage. Destiny Thurman, McKenna Hofschild, Sydney Mack, and Kai Lynn Crocker. Pretty simple. That's how it's been for the last month and a half for Colorado State. Rams leading 2-0 as they go underneath again to Muse. Uses the left hand for the lay-in over Meck. So it's really a simple high screen and roll. It's nothing new. It's nothing particularly innovative. The Rams just need to do a better job of handling that high screen, and the roller now has had 2 close layups attempt, and Boise State is going 1 for 2. 2-2 is our score. Top of the key now for Colorado State in the home green uniforms, white numerals, white lettering, gold trim down the sides as Destiny Thurman's step-back jumper from 16 is true. The senior starts off hot. Getting that mid-range game fired up. If you're with us for the pregame show, told you that was one of the keys for me, was that Destiny Thurman, if she can control that second level, going to have a little bit better opportunity. On the near side with it is Anna Osley. Osley dribbles into Hofschild, now releases it on the left wing to Bays. Bays turns the corner again on that high screen, jumpers off to the left. Offensive rebound, goes up with it, loses the handle, swatted out by Thurman. Keep it with Boise State. So again, Boise State moving left to right across your radio dial. In the visiting white uniforms with orange numerals. Little blue trim down the side. 4-2 Colorado State just underway, quarter number 1, as Boise State will trigger it in on the baseline left. They set up in a box around the paint and lob it out to Lalat at the left elbow. Hands it off to the inbounder, Nero. Back to her, takes a 3 straight away. Good. Mary Kay Nero shooting just 26% from three-point land on the season. More of a facilitator with an even 100 assists. And that gives the very first lead of the game to Boise State on the triple on the outside from Nero. Hofschild runs the point, gets it in the left wing, as Boise State now switching on the outside. As Hofschild can't find a driving lane, dishes it out to Kinzer on the angle left. Gets into the lane, takes an extra step. Kinzer hangs in the air, flanks it off of the front of the iron. Rebound comes out to Boise State. Boise State controlling the glass, controlling the paint in the early going here. And a narrow 3 has the Broncos leading by 1. Now they go down low, slow to get the double team. Missing from front range is Elodie Lalat. Close range, I should say, from the front range. Kylan Crocker had a rough night on Saturday trying to get it work. Goes underneath, but slipped with the pivot foot. Yep, he was waiting for a late cut on the baseline from the left corner from Meck. Crocker had ideas of just dishing it off down low, but instead dragged the pivot foot and traveled. Turnover against the Rams, their first. 5-4 Broncos, 7:20 here in the first. Top of the key now. 3 on its way. That's true. And Osley with the triple on the outside. So Boise State's a 6-0 run over 65 seconds. Hitting from downtown and close range, and they double up the Rams 8-4. Hofschild now staring at that Boise State. Looks like a zone. Comes out top of the key to Meck. Meck into the near corner. Kinzer's going to fire and hits. Kendall Kinzer, her 5th point. And both teams starting to exchange triples. 8-7, back to a 1-point Bronco lead. They go down low to Lalott. Here comes the double team on the near block. Kicks it into the corner. Dribbling away from the pressure is Osley. Lobs back to nobody. Little hubby wife down low, and the first turnover goes against Boise State. Vacating the spot on the block was Lalott. Came all the way up to the elbow. The pass went to the block and harmlessly out of bounds on the baseline. Now this is a Boise State team that is turnover prone. 17 turnovers per game. Compare that to Colorado State, which leads the entire country in turnovers with just about 8.5. So Thurman now has it on the left wing. Get a matchup zone coming out as Hofschild can't penetrate. Instead dishes back to Kinzer. Puts it on the deck. Back on the right free throw line. Extended Hofschild. Jab step. Goes between 2 defenders. Zips it into the near corner. Meck's 3. Halfway down. Popped out. Rebound to Boise State. Great look from Sydney Meck. She loves the corner 3. Her shooting's been a bit off over the last month or so. But at least trying to be aggressive with the open look. On the dribble penetration is Narrow. Kicks it to the right free throw line, extended in front of the Rams bench. Now they go down low. Turning is Muse. Muse releases it on the angle left. 3 is good. Narrow now 2 for 2. Again, just 27% on the season. And she's 2 for 2 from deep, leading the way with 6. Back up to a 4-point Bronco lead, 11-7. 5:40 in the first. Hofschild now wants to move to her left. Behind the back dribble, gets to the right elbow. Kicks to the right free throw line, extended to Crocker. Shaded off very well by Bays. Has to give it up to Kinzer on the weave. Now she's between the rings. Kicks it on the right wing. Sets the screen, does Kinzer. Rejects it, does Hofschild. And rattles home the 3. McKenna Hofschild, on the other hand, 46% from three-point land on the season. Brings the Rams back within 1. On the left side is Bays. Turns the corner, loses the handle, picks it back up. Now dishes it out. It hits the deck. Now there's a scrum for it as Hofschild and Osley will tie it up in front of the Rams bench. Possession arrow to Colorado State. So a deflection on the far wing. The skip pass trying to go over the top was deflected, hit the deck, and Hofschild tied up on the floor with Osley. And the Rams now with possession. So Hofschild wants to come to the right side, uses a high screen from Meck. Meck releases back top of the key, gets the pass, now picks up the dribble, has to give it to Thurman. Thurman hesitates at the top of the key. Now she's looking to split defenders into traffic, loses the handle, now picks it up. She's stuck in the pro post, goes underneath to Kinzer. Kinzer clears some space in the far corner, 8 to shoot. Thurman will pull the trigger, that's short. Still 8 seconds to go in a broken offensive set for the Rams. Narrow wants to press some pace into the forecourt. Gives it back to a trailing Lalott. On the near wing is Bays. Bays to Muse. Muse at the left elbow, sets the screen, giving it up on the outside now to Osley. Osley now reverses it on the right wing to Narrow. Narrow, long 2, is off the mark to the right. Offensive rebound, and they're going to get a foul on Lalott. Yep, Lalott with a push-off as that mid-range jumper clanked off of the heel. It was a high rebound, and Lalott just put 2 hands in the back of the Colorado State defender who was boxing out down low and just shoved her forward. Easy call for Maj Forsberg on the near side. Media timeout. Rams basketball when we return. 4:22 in the first. It's Boise State 11, Colorado State 10 on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Boise State with the lead. Rams have the basketball, however. Waterpick is proud to present the Student Athlete of the Week Award, presented to a student athlete at each home CSU basketball game. Waterpick, a Church and Dwight company, is a proud corporate sponsor of CSU athletics. Well, both teams have certainly brought the offense thus far. Boise State 4 of 8 from the field, 50%, a perfect 3 of 3 from deep. Colorado State's not too shabby either, 4 of 7, 57% from the field, and 2 of 4 from downtown for 50%. Rebounding battle going the way of the Broncos. We'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses. Here we go. Colorado State on the attack. Hofschild bounce pass down low to Callie Clark. Clears some space and flips it home with the left hand. That was a physical finish for Callie Clark down low as Hofschild ladled one down to her on the left block. So Clark came in at the break. And it's in the lane, narrow, loses it, and a kick from Clark. Again, very active. A bounce pass from Ostley was intended on the baseline for Trista Hull, but it was kicked away by Callie Clark. So Clark replaced Kinzer, so a little bit bigger lineup. And Boise State back on the attack. 16 to shoot, as on the left wing, Ostley kicks it out to the angle left. Now top of the key is Tatum Thompson, a 6'1" freshman from Woodinville, Washington. 3 on its way. That's too strong. Rebound, Clark again battling for it down low with Thompson. Wins another battle. So Clark scores last time with the left hand, gets the rebound this time, and they're going to get a hip check on the penetration from McKenna Hofschild down the left side. It'll be Anna Ostley. And they're going to give the continuation, so Hofschild will indeed shoot 2. Just a quick little crossover on the angle right. Gets past the first line, and then actually coming in late was Danny Bays. But either way, they're going to ticket Ostley with it. So she picks up the personal foul and takes a seat. Natalie Pasco, 5'10" freshman from Danville, California, 17 minutes off the bench, replacing Ostley as Hofschild rattles home the first free throw. So the Rams now leading by a deuce, 13-11. Hofschild, one more free throw, and splashes them both. So Hofschild getting the job done at the free throw line as Boise State on the attack in the midst of a 2-minute scoring drought. On the left wing is Narrow. Now on the right is Trista Hull, her 3. That's off the heel. Rebound, and skying for it is Destiny Thurman. Thurman with another defensive rebound. As I mentioned, she had a double-double the last time these teams met in Boise. As Megan Boyd crosses over at the top of the key, seeing her first action. Goes to Thurman, corner, 3 is good! Destiny Thurman make it a 10-0 Rams run as Destiny Thurman gets into the act. She's 2 of 3 from the field. 16-11 Rams. So on the near side is Thompson. At the left elbow, lobs it underneath. Oh, nice catch and an even better finish down low from Trista Hull. She was pinned very low. Again, just a screen and roll. That was a feathery pass from Thompson, and it found Hull, the 6'2" sophomore forward, in the perfect spot to end that Rams run. 2:39 here in the first, 16-13. Meck goes into the lane, floats, wild shot, and an offensive foul. Yeah, Meck was moving in slow motion down the right side. Easy read for the Boise State defense as she split defenders coming all the way over, setting her feet perfectly. Actually, she was run over by her own player. Boy, it was the recovering defender that actually ran over Trista Hull down low as Meck missed the shot trying to avoid the contact, but still got called for the foul. So that's a misread on the outside by the official, Julie Kromenheck. Boise State back on the attack. Oh, gets away with a walk instead. Flips it off the window. No good. Another rebound to Destiny Thurman. Thurman has it streaking on the right side. Trailing 3. Hofschild pump fake. Gets to the nail. Fires. Has it partially blocked. And it comes to Boise State. Rams wanted a high 5. It did not come. Boise State in transition now. On the left wing is Lindsay Lavrovich. And down low, Lavrovich drives into the lane, and they'll call a blocking foul. They're going to get Callie Clark with the block. Oh, it was a block, excuse me. Thought it was a blocking foul, but instead she went up for the block, but followed through, and I think just caught her on the cranium. Yep, hit the ball first, and on the follow-through, got her right on the forehead. So 2 tough calls back-to-back against the home Colorado State Rams is getting the Moby crowd fired up. 16-13, shooting 2 is Lavrovich. Misses the first one. So Clark looked to have a pretty clean block. Instead picks up the first personal foul. Rams have been ticketed as a team for 2, as have Boise State. And Lavrovich cashes in the second of 2 free throws. 16-14, 2:03 and counting, quarter number 1. Hofschild crosses to her left. Now turns the corner, tries to go through defenders, bodied up, blocked away cleanly by 2 bigs down low. Comes right into the hands of Jada Clark. Clark stops at the left free throw line, extended in transition. Hands it off to Lavrovich. Wants to hesitate. Now kicks it back out at the top of the key. That is Hull. Hull comes back out to Thompson. Thompson's long jumper off the bracket. Rebound again to Destiny Thurman. Thurman now with 3 rebounds is going to fire in transition, rattled out. Defensive rebound to Boise State. Still a 2-point Rams lead with 89 seconds to play in the first quarter. On the near wing is Clark. Clark looks for that high screen. Little chip. Instead releases the basketball to Hull. Hull on the left wing, hands it off to Lavrovich, stops at the pro post, kicks it out, 3 on its way, that's well short. Rebound comes up to Kylan Crocker. Rams get another stop, looking to hit their first out of the last 4 baskets with 1:06 to go. Hofschild's just going to put her head down, stop at the right block, kicks it underneath to Clark, layup is good. Slithering from the corner cut, talked about that earlier. This time the collapsing defense, 2 defenders found Hofschild at the right block. Clark was wide open on the left side. She's got 4 points now. 18-14. 47 seconds to go. Getting in the lane. Swatted again. Clark clean block and retrieves it. Hofschild now into the forecourt with it. Bumped from behind. They keep playing. Hofschild. Transition 3 from Boyd. Bang! Just found her spot, did Megan Boyd. Just racing into the forecourt. Hofschild just waited for her to find it. And that transition 3, and the Rams lead 21-14. On the left wing now is Lavrovich. Kicks it to the right arc to Hull. On the hand up, Hull takes a dive. Floater in the lane is well short. And they're going to get the foul down low. It's going to be a driving foul against Natalie Pasco. Offensive foul. So, yeah, that was ridiculous. Setting the screen on the outside was Trista Hull, 6'2", flops on the ground when she was run into by McKenna Hofschild. And then it turns around and becomes a player control foul against Boise State. 17 seconds to go. Rams have the basketball. Shot clock is off as Hofschild waltzes into the forecourt with it. Hands it off to Crocker. Crocker very quiet so far. They go around the perimeter to Kinzer. 9 to shoot. They go back to Hofschild. Wants to put it on the deck. Back to Kinzer. Kinzer in front of the Boise State bench for 3. Far too strong. And it will carry him into the far corner. And a half-court heave is on its way. Will not bank home. Kinzer had the look. Just could not find the measure. Still, the Rams leading this one by 7, 21-14 after 10 minutes of play. Back with the second quarter in just a moment. It's Rams basketball on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Quarter for Colorado State. They shoot 53% from the field, including 3 of 6 from downtown. They lead by 7 over Boise State. Ram fans pay loud and proud this season with the CSU Visa debit card exclusively from FNBO. Tied to any FNBO checking account, the CSU Visa debit card is completely free and allows you to show your pride when you pay. Get your CSU Visa debit card today at any FNBO branch or at fnbo.com/CSU. FNBO, an official bank of CSU Athletics. So balanced scoring for Colorado State. Kinzer and Hofschild each with 5 leading the way. Callie Clark off the bench, 2 big rebounds and 4 points, but she takes a seat as the Rams go back to that starting 5. Lavrovich runs the point for Boise State, kicks it into the corner, narrows 3, air ball, rebound comes out to Kinzer. Hands it off quickly to Hofschild and wants to hustle in the forecourt. Gives it to Crocker. Oh, got away with the travel. No, she didn't. Yeah, Crocker just shuffled the pivot foot, picking up a little bit where she left off at Wyoming. Just cannot get in the flow of the contest. So after the turnover, Boise State back on the attack. With the dribble is Lavrovich. Gets in the lane, loses it. It pops loose. Knocked away last touched by Colorado State. So a loose ball, 50-50 ball. Was ultimately popped out of the scrum by Destiny Thurman onto the baseline, so Boise State retains possession. They triggered into Pasco in the near corner. They went it down low to Muse. Muse in the lane. Has it swatted cleanly by Mack, but it comes back to Boise State. Lobbed back underneath. Clear space. Missed the layup, and Sydney Mack pulls it out. Oh, tight quarters. Muse had 2 very good looks. 1 good defensive opportunity, 1 missed opportunity. As Hofschild's going to blow past everyone, tries to filter it into the corner. Had a wide open look, but Hofschild was looking for a cutter instead. Thankfully, Boise State swatted it away into their own bench. Keep it with the Rams. So Hofschild now will run the point as the Rams set up the offense. 21-14, Rams with the lead. Crocker, scoreless so far, tries to drive her and turn the corner on Pasco. Kicks to the near corner to Kinzer, top of the key, Meck. Meck with 8 to shoot. Jab step, Crocker wants to clear some space, tries to go to work on Pasco, gets in the lane, turns the corner, and lays it in on the right side. That's the hard dribble penetration that we know from Kylan Crocker. Boise State tries to beat everyone down in transition. They do, they get it to Lalott. Oh, she short-armed it from 3 feet off the front of the iron. Rebound to Kendall Kinzer. Kinzer outlets to Thurman. Thurman to a trailing Crocker. Back to Hofschild. Wants to work on Pasco. Gets all the way to her right side. Stops, turns, pivots, fires. Just too strong. Rebound comes out to Muse of Boise State. Close look from Colorado State, but you like the way that Hofschild was recognizing the mismatch and with the speed advantage was going after the freshman Pasco. So in the lane is Lavrovich. Kicks it out to Pasco on the angle right. Working on Hofschild, doesn't find a lane. Instead uses the high screen from Lalott, turns a corner, mid-range jumper from the elbow, gets a friendly roll, kisses all the iron and the glass, and falls through. So again, it was just a high screen, no roller that time, but instead a jumper from the left elbow puts Pasco in the scorer's book. 23-16, 8 to go before the half. As Mack on the angle right goes back to Hofschild, angle left. Now to Thurman on the left free throw line extended. Wants to go to work on Lavrovich. Backs away. Instead releases to Crocker on the right free throw line extended. Dribbles into a double team to Kinzer. Her three from the right side, off to the right. Rebound to Boise State. Pressing the pace into the forecourt is Narrow. Finding Pasco on the left side. Her mid-range jumper short. Rebound comes right back to her. It's fought for and swatted out of bounds. Last touch by Boise State. So after a very hot start, Boise State now cooling down significantly. They're just 6 of 21 from the field, 29%. And it is a team that usually shoots at 41%. So the Rams' defense, even though Boise State is picking up some of the tempo, picking up some of the pace, the Rams have been able to handle it thus far. So Hofschild has it on the angle right, jab step, tries to turn the corner, gets in the lane, floats, has it partially blocked, rebound comes out to Boise State. Racing into the forecourt is Osley, step back mid-range jumper, good. So again, Boise State is really getting out and running once they get the defensive rebound. Colorado State has been slow in their transition defense, and that has allowed Boise State to control the pace in the half court. And that time, Osley made him pay with a mid-range jumper. Top of the key is Kinzer. Releases now to Hofschild. Hofschild into the far corner as three players are in the same vicinity. And going in the lane, and a bailout foul as the right-handed Kylan Crocker was trying to turn the corner down the right side. Went up with it in the middle of the lane, and that time did get the high five. So again, there was a breakdown in execution for the Rams as the right-handed Kylan Crocker went up into the defender and really created the contact and got a friendly whistle. Crocker now will go to the line shooting two, looking for her third point of the game, and she does, finds it. As mentioned in the first matchup, Crocker went 8 of 9 from the free throw line. That was basically in the second half. In fact, she was 5 of 6 in the third quarter alone. Now she's 2 for 2 in the second quarter here. Rams back up by 7, their largest lead, 25-18. There, Osley uses the high screen, top of the key, jumper off the heel, long rebound, paddle loose, Crocker has it, and a big-time collision as Crocker and Osley banged into one another. And they're going to get Osley for the reach-in. So it was a long rebound. Osley was trying to follow her shot. Crocker had eyes on it, but did not see her coming from behind, and a shoulder right to the nose. And it looks like Osley popped right up, so it's good to see that she's okay. That was a big-time collision. So Osley picks up the personal foul as Colorado State. Kenna Hofschild dribbles into a double team. Now she's in trouble. Has to release top of the key to Crocker. Crocker, dribbling in traffic. Has to kick it out to Thurman. Thurman, head and shoulder fake. Crossover, near corner. Crocker, her three on its way. Barely hits the iron. Falls right to Muse. Muse quickly outlets and streaking down the right side is Osley. Got away with a carry, but still they play on. Running the point is Hansen. Hansen comes to the near wing. Once that high screen, going over the top is Thurman. Instead dishes on the left wing to Pasco. Pasco's long jumper off the mark, no good. Clark had secured the rebound, but poked away from behind and out of bounds. And Osley one more time knocked it loose. It goes out of bounds, last touch by the Broncos. The Rams will have the basketball moving the entire length of the floor. As making her first appearance is Hannah Ronsick for Colorado State. So at 5:56 in the second, Rams leading 25-18. Hofschild crosses the timeline, and Hansen waits for her at the top of the key. Dribbles all the way to the right wing, hands it off to Crocker. Wants to turn the corner on Pasco. Stymied at the nail, goes in, leaves her feet, dishes out short corner, back to Ronsick. Ronsick's three, left side. Hit everything, died and trickled through. Don't see that very often. That's a shooter's roll for Hannah Ronsick off the bench. Rams by double digits, 28-18. Now they do that pick and roll. The Rams switch it this time. They go to Lalott, dishes it out top of the key. Quick three in response is good. That's a big-time catch and release from Natalie Pasco. She was shot ready the whole time, and Lalott defended well on the block, kicked it back out to Pasco, who hit the three. As Hofschild gets in the lane, floats and hits from about 10 feet on the high post right of the lane. Colorado State, 30-21 now. As getting to the left elbow was Bays. Stymied has to kick it out. They go to the right free throw line extended. Hansen's three on its way. That's off the bracket. Long rebound, and it's fought for. Won by Boise State. Kicks it out. Three again. That's front of the iron. Rebound fought for. Clark secures it for Colorado State. Dribbles away from pressure. So 2 threes on the way. Unsuccessful, and at 4:39, our next stoppage will bring a media timeout. Hofschild's going to split defenders, goes all the way through. Left-handed lay-in is good. Once she gets past that first line of defense, it's wide open, and the lay-in was true for McKenna Hofschild and her 7th point. 32-21, Colorado State. Boise State will take a timeout. We will take it with them. This is Rams basketball on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. 32-21, donuts all around the house, and everybody's having a good time here. 32-21, the Rams with the lead. Wagner Rents is a proud sponsor of CSU Athletics. The Rams are powered by Wagner Rents. Well, got Moby faithful sharing donuts with the press row, and Colorado State sharing the basketball, as off of Colorado State's 12 made baskets, 8 assists. Rams really doing a fantastic job distributing, and it looks all up and down the score sheet. Obviously, McKenna Hofschild with a team-high 9 points, but you got 5 from Kendall Kinzer, 4, Crocker, Clark, and Thurman. So the Rams really getting a balanced scoring attack. And when you think about the defensive side of things, they've been switching off of that pick and roll, so the Rams have made a defensive adjustment to what Boise State was doing on the offensive side of things. And that has taken away some of the close-range drives that were so prevalent in the first 5 minutes of the contest. And now Boise State has forced to go to the outside, where they're still 36% from 3, 4 from 11, but it's a 34% three-point shooting team on the entire season. So the Rams would rather Boise State stay on that perimeter than get into that prime real estate. Here we go. Boise State, after the timeout on the attack, comes into the forecourt. They want to go down low. Instead, release top of the key to Muse. Muse reverses it now to the right wing to Bays. Bays goes down low to Lalott. Double team coming. Kicks it back out. 3 on its way straight away. Off the front of the iron. And again, Clark snatches the rebound. Her team high 4th. Quickly in transition is Meck. Will not attack the rim, so releases back to a trailing Hofschild, and they reset the offense. 4 minutes exactly, 32-21. Ronsick moves to the left wing, kicks it off to Meck. They cycle it back. Hofschild on the right free throw line extended. Wants to go to work on Hansen. Instead fires the long 3. That's off the bracket. Rebound comes out to Bays for Boise State. Quickly into the hands of Hansen, who hustles forecourt. Thinks about a 3, but Ronsick jumps out at her, and she has second thoughts. Now they go to the high post to Muse. Back outside to Hansen. Hansen comes to the left elbow. Mid-range jumper is good. Ryan Williams wanted to travel. Did not get it, but Hansen knocked home the mid-range jumper. Her 4th point. 32-23 as Hofschild crosses the timeline. A leisurely pace, high screen, rejects it from Clark, goes all the way through, bodied up hard by Muse and went down on the deck. It looked like she braced herself with the right arm. She's very slow to get up. It was a big collision. As Hofschild is kind of collecting herself down on the baseline. She was at the apex of her jump as she'd blown past everybody and coming through. They're going to pick up the personal foul on Abby Muse. And 2 free throws for McKenna Hofschild. Again, it's that quick handle, that explosion off of the first bounce, as Hofschild's free throw is good. So Hofschild now double digits with 10 points. Eyes her second free throw. That one is also true. So the Rams now cashing in their freebies. 6 of 6 from the free throw line is Colorado State. 34-23, Rams by 11. On the right wing is Hansen. Kicks it out top of the key to Bays. Bays, one more pass on the left wing to Trista Hull. Hull comes back to Hansen, top of the key. They play patty cake, now reverse it to the right. Free throw line extended to Bays. Wraparound pass off the mark, and a great read. Stolen. Callie Clark came in from the baseline side and just snatched an errant pass away. Clark has been magnificent off the bench here this evening. Hofschild's going to get all the way through. Blow past her defender. Teardrop up and good. If that second level of help for Boise State is even a half second late, McKenna Hofschild's making them pay all night long. She's having no trouble getting through the first line of defense with her handle. As Muse takes a drop step to her right, dishes it back out to Bays. One more pass on the angle left. Working hard down the left side is Narrow. Now they go down low. Outlet pass comes out to Hansen. 3-ball straight away. Front of the iron. Rebound far side. Thurman's fighting for it. And it's going to go off of Boise State as both players collided and went to the ground. It was Hull and Thurman tangled up on the baseline. Last touch by Boise State. Give it to the Rams. So Thurman had it momentarily. They still battled for it. But the Rams get the call. 36-23 Colorado State. 2:18 before the half. Hofschild is going to jog it into the forecourt now. Met by Narrow on the switch now. So that's a switch in defensive assignments for the Broncos. Hofschild wants to try and turn the corner. Does get around, and they will get it with the hip check. Yep, Narrow. There's really just it's such a hard job. Hofschild is so quick. Boise State is trying to throw waves of defenders at her. But Hofschild that time was fouled before she could get to the rim, so it's non-shooting. 4th team foul against Boise State. The Rams have yet to be whistled for an infraction. Floater from Hofschild from 12 feet in the pro post is good. Hofschild again with 15 now, and the Rams lead by 15, 38-23. On the right wing is Hansen. Kicks it off to the left side to Muse, and we're going to get a foul down low as Boyd was battling with Hull. So an off-the-ball foul will go against Megan Boyd. Non-shooting. Again, it's a 6-0 Rams run over the last 89 seconds. And just the first team foul, and we're at 1:49 before the half. They lob it outside as Destiny Thurman swats it away. She pokes it into the backcourt. Thurman, with just one player to beat, puts it on the deck. Pump fake, double pump fake. Baker is good. Oh, Destiny Thurman, glorious on your senior night. A tremendous defensive read. 2 pump fakes to get defenders flying by and lays it in for the Rams' largest lead of the evening. That was spectacular. Hansen has it now, gives it up to Narrow. Narrow's going to get all the way in the lane. Her banker is up and good. Oh, got a little foul there as well. No whistle. Could have been an and one, but ending Colorado State's 8-0 run with a hard drive down the left side is Mary Kay Narrow. Now they come to Thurman on the left wing. Kicks it out to Boyd. Boyd's 3 in the corner. Just too strong. Rebound fought for. And a nice box out on the weak side by Hull to retain possession for Boise State. 60 seconds to go. Narrow goes to the left wing. Back to a trailing Hull. They swing it around to the right perimeter. On the handoff is Hansen. Stops at the right elbow. Back to Muse. One more time to Hansen. 16 to shoot. Under a minute to go. Hansen gets the high screen. Going over the top is Hofschild. Now they go on the left wing to Narrow. Head and shoulder fake. And they're going to get a blocking foul on Crocker with 9 on the shot clock. Yeah, Crocker just fell for the little ball fake on the outside, got her off her balance and on her heels, and then on the recovery, tried to impede the progress and just got into the body a little bit too much. Non-shooting, so put 20 seconds on the shot clock, 43.7 game clock. Rams by 15, 40-25. Triggered in. Now underneath, finding it down low is Bays. Tough catch, comes to the right wing. Back to Bays on the near corner. Want to go down to Muse, who's got good position, but can't find the passing angle. Instead to Hull on the angle left. One more drive on the right side by Narrow, stymied by Destiny Thurman. Now they lob underneath, and again, that was just a pick and screen and roll, and a lay-in on the left side for Hull. So Hull was very active with her 4th point now. And with the shot clock off, Rams lead by 13, 40-27. 16 seconds to go as Hofschild will nonchalantly move it into the forecourt. Goes to Boyd. Boyd on the far right hash. Comes to Crocker. 7 to go. Back to Boyd. Boyd thinks about the mid-range. Lets her defender clear. Fires it and leaves it short. Rebound comes out to Osley. Her heave is going to be well short. So Boise State gets the stop they need to end the second quarter. But Colorado State's defense continues to hold Boise State below their season averages. Halftime is here. The Rams lead 40-27. Intermission show comes up next on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Moving left to right. Colorado State women's basketball this evening brought to you by Molson Coors. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Go Rams. So the Rams return with that starting 5. Hofschild, Thurman, Kendall Kinzer, Sydney Meck, and on the near corner, Kylan Crocker. The Rams on the attack into the forecourt. Now come to Crocker on the near wing. Stymied on the drive by Bays, so spins away, comes to the right wing. Dribbles amongst traffic, hands it off to Kinzer. Kinzer just on the weave, comes to the angle right, still has the dribble. Wants to go to Crocker in the pro post, instead skips a pass to the far side to Meck. Misses the handle, and it's stolen. Bad pass Even worse attempted a catch by Meck, so an early turnover by Colorado State. Boise State back on the attack. Pass down to Muse on the left block, kicks it out on the right wing. They go to Lalott on the right block. Back to the right wing is Osley. Osley to Narrow. Now she's on the dribble between the rings. Thurman has her, waits for the high screen, goes underneath it. 10 to shoot. In the far corner is Narrow. Now back top of the key. One more pass to the left wing in the hands of Bays. 7 to shoot. 6. Bays gets into the lane, and they get an offensive foul with the hook. Oh, it's a moving screen, rather. They're going to call Abby Muse for setting the moving screen down low as Crocker crashed to the court. So Muse, just a moving screen, just shouldered Crocker off, who was on the man-to-man responsibility on the drive from Bays. So player control foul against Boise State gives possession back to the Rams as Hofschild, with her 15 points, is going to bring it into the forecourt. Double high screen, uses it to the left, gets to the wing. Now splits all the way through, has it swatted cleanly, and it goes out of bounds on the baseline. Boy, that's a really nice defensive read from Mary Kay Narrow, as Hofschild thought she had turned the corner, but Narrow came in from the weak side and blocked the shot and went out of bounds. Remains with Colorado State. They triggered into the free throw line, extended left side. Now top of the key, Kinzer. They ring it around to Crocker on the near side. Good defense by Bays, taking away the drive of Crocker. Back to Kinzer. Kinzer, they reverse it to Crocker, right free throw line extended. Jabs all the way through, puts it on the deck, banks in, and hits through contact. Kylin Crocker. Just a little ball fake, a head and shoulder fake to freeze the defense from collapsing on the lane, and it allowed a driving lane as Muse kicks it out on the right side. Osley down low to Muse. Muse spinning, goes up with it, leaves it short. Rebound comes out to Colorado State's Sydney Meck. Meck hands it off to Hofschild. Hofschild lobs it down to Kinzer, who's rim running. Layup is good. Kendall Kinzer. Boy, I thought she was going to catch that one very deep underneath the tin, but instead she settled herself, got 2 feet underneath, and finished with a fast break lay-in. Osley on the right side, goes around the high screen, stops at the elbow, jumper, good. Anna Osley picks up her 7th point. She's 3 of 4 from the field. And it's 44-29 Colorado State. On the dribble is Hofschild. Comes to Crocker on the right free throw line, extended in front of the Rams bench. Now Meck flashes top of the key with it. Goes to Destiny Thurman. Thurman shadowed by Osley. He's going to go all the way in the lane. Floats too strong on the banker. Rebound weak side pulled out by Lalott. Long outlet pass. Now a streaking. Oh, she missed the layup, and it's knocked away. Stolen back by Boise State. A chance for second life. As on the left wing, the quick hands of Anna Osley with the steal after the missed layup in transition by Bays. Settle it down now on the perimeter. Bays lobs it down to Lalott, has it poked away and swatted. Last touched by McKenna Hofschild. Keep it with Boise State on the right sideline. So a 50-50 ball on the far side, paddled around. Last touched by Hofschild, just a graze off the fingertips. So Boise State will retain possession in the offensive set. Megan Boyd replacing Sydney Meck as they triggered in, do the Broncos in front of their own bench. Now comes out to Bays. Bays stops at the high post, kicks it out, lobs it down low very deep, and just using was Abby Muse. That's crisp ball movement, knowing who was going to be on the attack, and you had Megan Boyd on the big forward down low, and that's a big-time mismatch that Boise State exploited perfectly. 44-31 now, 6:54. As Kendall Kinzer has it at the top of the key, gives it off to Thurman. Thurman wants to go to work. Stops at the nail, dishes it out to Boyd. Her three is off the heel. Rebound on the weak side to Lalott. So Boyd, a bit of a force, and another nice closeout defensively by the Broncos. Trailing is Lalott. Lalott, mid-range jumper. That's too strong. Karams wildly into the corner where Hofschild picks it up for Colorado State. They will absolutely let Elodie Lalott shoot 15-footers all night long. As Kinzer's going to try to respond with a 15-footer of her own. That's off the bracket. Rebound comes out to Boise State. So the Rams going cold here after a brief burst. Still they lead 44-31, 6:14. As trying to turn the corner was Narrow. Now they go down to Muse. Muse, here comes a double team and a travel. That's exactly what Colorado State had so much trouble with on Saturday, was the double team coming. This time Destiny Thurman was far more active, came in with the hands, and it forced the turnover. So Boyd takes a seat. Meck returns. Callie Clark replaces Kendall Kinzer. So now the Rams going to try and space out the floor a little bit as we hit 6 minutes here in the third. Still the Rams by 13, 44-31. Crocker on the angle left. Jab step, won't drive. Instead goes to the corner to Meck. Meck on the cycle dribble to the wing, gets into the lane, now needs some help. Releases it back out to Hofschild. Hofschild crosses between the legs, goes all the way through, stops, floats, leaves it short, gets her own rebound, and resets. So Hofschild, second life for the Rams. As Thurman now wants to attack. Gets all the way to the high post, floats, again well short, and the rebound to Boise State. So 2 forced shots in traffic come up empty. Pressing pace now. Releasing right side is Osley. Osley has her pocket pick. It's stolen by Thurman. Thurman wants to turn on the Jets. Nobody's going to follow her. Easy layup. Another score and steal for Destiny Thurman, her second of the contest. 46-31, 5:20 here in the third. Again on the dribble outside is Narrow. Uses the high screen of Muse, now reverses it back. Comes to Lalott on the angle left. Hands it off to Bays. Bays goes to the nail, floats, leaves it well short. Rebound, now it's loose on the deck. Destiny Thurman has it, and they need some help down low as Kylan Crocker was on the ground. And looked like Thurman may have touched the baseline with the basketball. So they thought they had it cleared out, but Thurman ended up touching the ball on the baseline. So it will go back to Boise State. So the Rams thought they had a tough contested shot cleared out from Danny Bays, but could not secure the carom. So Boise State will get a fresh shot clock and trigger it in on the baseline right. Narrow all the way out to Osley. Osley back to Narrow. Now they lob underneath. Good catch by Muse. Wants to work on Clark. Goes in the lane. Has it blocked cleanly. Oh, and a late whistle as again Clark's going to get called for following through, as I think she caught Muse right on the nose. So Clark did get an awful lot of ball, but again on the follow through for the second time here tonight. She came through and got Muse. Yep, goes up with it. That's a touchy one, but nevertheless, not much protestation from Callie Clark down low. Timeout on the floor at exactly 5 minutes in the third quarter. Rams leading 46-31, but free throws for the Broncos when we return on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Halfway points of the third quarter. Canvas Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union of the CSU Rams. Visit us at our CSU branch in the Laurie Student Center today to open an account, or visit us at canvas.org/CSU. Insured by NCAAW, membership eligibility required. Some conditions apply. So Abby Muse, a game-high 8 rebounds for the 6'3" forward. Just 4 points, however, as she came in averaging about 9.5 points per game. So free throws upcoming for Muse, as she eyes the first one, and it's off to the right. Now in the first matchup between these two, Boise State went 8 for 17 from the free throw line, 47%. Here this evening, they're 1 for 3. Make it 2 for 4. So it's an improvement as Muse, a 56% free throw shooter, hits 1 of 2. So now Hofschild brings it into the forecourt, 46-32. Rejects the screen, moves to her left, and again, impeding the progress was Narrow. So Narrow picks up her second personal foul. Osley also has 2 personal fouls. So the 2 starting guards for Boise State, not in any real danger, but it tells you that with 4 personal fouls on each of them, they've been running into issues trying to handle McKenna Hofschild. So the Rams triggered in as Thurman's going to get to the right elbow, kicks it out to the left side. Hofschild dribbles into traffic, now stops, wants to spin away, kicks it out to Thurman. Thurman, pump fake, step back 3, just off the mark, and Clark has the offensive rebound on the weak side. Clark turning, spinning, comes to Hofschild. Second life for the Rams. Hofschild's going to drive hard on the baseline, gets all the way through, dishes it out to Meck. Meck from 8 feet is good. Hofschild again drawing a crowd, finding Sydney Meck. And it ends a Colorado State's scoring drought. 48-32 Rams. As Osley on the far sideline has it stolen. Clark once again goes in front of Abby Muse for the steal. Muse had good position, but a better read by Clark for the turnover. Bounce pass to Crocker on the baseline, goes up with it. Oh, missed it, and the rebound comes out to Boise State. A very contested jumper on layup on the right side, and a 3 in transition. That's short. Rebound bounces loose to where Hofschild picks it up, and now we want to slow things down. It's getting a little frantic and hectic. Again, it was a beautiful cut from Crocker. Last possession for the Rams, just even better help defense. And the Rams will call a timeout to save the possession as Hofschild was tripped and lost her balance and hit the deck. She was laying on top of the basketball, but the Rams, rather than give it away on the tie-up, will choose to take the timeout. We will step aside as well with 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Rams leading 48-32. Back in a moment on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. With the advantage here at 3:40 to go in the third quarter. How would you like to be able to listen to your home CSU Rams radio broadcast while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com That's syncmygame.com to find out how. And I encourage you, if you're not doing that right now, to do that later on, because on the Colorado State Sports Network, the voice of the Rams, Brian Roth and Adam Nigon, they will be in San Jose as the Rams take on the Spartans. That'll be a 9 p.m. tip-off. Of course, pregame show 8:30 here on the Colorado State Sports Network. So a doubleheader night for Rams basketball. Rams trigger it back in with 14 on the shot clock as Hofschild wants to try and turn the corner on Narrow. Gets all the way through the lane, has it blocked cleanly, and Narrow has it. Oh, but Narrow was standing out of bounds. So Narrow got the block on Hofschild on the drive down the left side, but as she was picking up the block, put a foot on the baseline. So with 30 seconds on the shot clock, 3:30 game clock. Oh, they're going to put 8 seconds on it and say that she did not have possession. So with 8 seconds to shoot, the Rams will trigger it in on the baseline right. Hannah Ronsick comes in, gets it into Meck. Meck stops, slams on the brakes, fires, rattles out, rebound, fought for. Clark wins it again. Another O-board for Callie Clark. She has been a dynamo on the glass for Colorado State tonight. Clark now has 7 rebounds as Ronsick behind the back dribble at the nail. Kicks it to Hofschild, right free throw line extended. Wants to try and turn the corner on Narrow. Loses it, and it's stolen. Comes out to the hands of Osley. Osley with Ronsick to beat. Bulls her way into the lane and draws the contact. So Anna Osley picked the pocket of McKenna Hofschild, who was dribbling in traffic. And Osley just went off to the races, attacking the rim, and drew the body contact from Hannah Ronsick. So Osley will shoot 2. 7 points on the evening for her in 16 minutes. So Sydney Meck had a real good look from about 7 feet. Couldn't get it to go, as Osley's first free throw is again no good. So Boise has not scored a field goal in over 4 minutes, but a couple of free throws keeping them close as she hits the second of 2. No full court pressure, so Ronsick will just flip it into Hofschild. So Hofschild will cross the timeline, 3:02 and counting, 48-33. Rams with the lead. Right free throw line extended is Hofschild. Hofschild jab step, loses the handle, but picks it up near side, has to get some help. Clark back to Hofschild in front of the Rams bench. Wants to drive hard with the right hand, spins away from a double team to Clark. Reverses it back to Hofschild. 10 to shoot. Hofschild on the jab step. Step back mid-range jumper is well off the mark. And the rebound fought for, and Clark is going to get called for the hack. Yep, just came in and really just whacked him across the wrists as Clark fighting again for an offensive rebound. Third team foul against Colorado State. So Boise State once again trying to cut into 15-point deficit. Narrow goes on the right wing. Driving on Boyd on the left side is Caitlin Burgess, I think. Hold on, I'll have to double check that. Doesn't matter. Drive up down the right side. Boise State lay in, and the Broncos do convert. Correction, that was Tatum Thompson. Misread the number there, my mistake. Crocker now hands it off top of the key to Clark. Clark comes to Hofschild on the right free throw line extended. Back to Clark. Clark just facilitating to Ronsick behind the back dribble. Still nowhere to go until they find Hofschild. Hofschild gets her defender in the air. Again, blocked from behind. Rebound comes out to Boise State. Boise State's Anna Osley presses some pace, waits for some help, kicks in the corner. Now they go down low. It's knocked loose. And good hands, Megan Boyd. It comes out to McKenna Hofschild. Now the Rams want to run some pace. Anna Ronsick's going to go all the way through. And a blocking foul down low. Oh, Ronsick has got to finish that one. She had one eye on the rim and one eye on the defender sliding in underneath her. It was well inside the protected halo. You would have loved the and one there. But the freshman just got a little tenderfoot on the way up. Saw her coming. It's very deep. But still, Hannah Ronsick will shoot 2. So both teams extended scoring droughts here in the third quarter. Still 48-35 with Hannah Ronsick. She's got 3 points on the game. Came in and hit a quick triple off the bench. So Ronsick's first free throw is good. So Ronsick with 4 points now. And it's 49-35. Next free throw is good as well. And Thurman will replace Ronsick. 1:49 to go in the third. Narrow into the forecourt with it. Goes back to a trailing hole. On the right wing is Hansen. Now back to Hull on the angle left. Goes to Narrow. They want to go down low. Can't find a passing lane. Instead, kicks it off on the wing. Now they do get it underneath, and the lay-in up and good. Yep, Abby Muse, again, had good passing and better patience by the Boise State Broncos on the left wing. They just waited for a passing lane to open and finally found Muse for the easy lay-in. 1:20 to go as Kinzer has it at the top of the key. Comes to Kylan Crocker. Just replaces her at the top between the legs dribble. Crocker gets to the left elbow. Now backdoor cut, finds Meck and hits the layup. Gorgeous pass. Kylan Crocker. A lovely dish to Sydney Meck, who again was using that patented baseline cut from the corner down low. She used the rim even to screen off a trailing defender for the lay-in. Top of the key is Pasco. One more pass to Hull. Comes to the left wing to Narrow. Under a minute to go, 16 to shoot. On the left free throw line extended with it is Hansen. Hansen swings it around to the right wing. So they go over the top, now 8 to shoot. Hull, one more pass to the left wing. Hansen, jab step, tries to work on Hofschild, gets to the baseline. Turns, fires from mid-range. It's well short. It hits the deck. Hofschild picks it up. 36 seconds to play as Hofschild wants to go into the forecourt, take her time, comes to Thurman. Thurman, Rams are going to reset with 28 to go, 20 to shoot. So 8-second differential, game clock to shot clock. Possession arrow belongs to Boise State. So an opportunity for the Broncos if they can get a defensive stand here. Thurman now releases it to Hofschild, picks it up, 7 to shoot. Hofschild, that's a good dribble into a triple team. Back to Crocker. Crocker tries to get in the lane, kicks it all the way around, fires it up, and missed it, but another hip check that time. Well, that's a really tough finish for Kylan Crocker. She's coming from the right corner, dribbling between two defenders. Her momentum's taking her all the way to the opposite side of the lane. Yep, and just a late close from the help of Trista Hull got the body of Kylan Crocker, so Crocker will shoot two. So with 9.9 seconds, Petra Farkas replaces McKenna Hofschild. And Kylan Crocker is going to shoot two. So trying to get Hofschild an extended rest here. So the Rams want to stop. And, of course, the stoppage between quarters. Crocker, 6 points on the evening, 2 rebounds. And missed the first one. So 2 for 3 now. That's the first miss by the Rams from the free throw line tonight. They're 8 of 9. But still, they got 9.9 seconds to close out as Boise State's going to hustle it into the forecourt. Crocker, deep knee bend, the right-handed shooter, swishes it. 53-37. Now Narrow has it. Now she crosses the timeline with 8 seconds to go. Narrow, all the way to the top of the key, picked up on the switch, reverses, gets to the right elbow. Lalott lobs it down low, and got a whistle away from the basket. And they're going to call a hold against Colorado State. It's going to go against Destiny Thurman. But with 0.9 seconds, that's all right as the Rams have fouls to give. Now look for a lob right in the middle to Muse over the top. So Crocker, there they lob it right in the middle. Muse catches, no good. And that's off the mark. It's up. They're going to say it was going to review it. No signal just yet. The shot will be reviewed, so we'll know as with 9/10 of a second left, the ball was deflected, picked up by Lalott, who flipped it home, but we shall see if it was out of her hands before. Now we're looking at a replay of it right now. No, that's clearly in her hands while the red light goes on in the back. So I think they're going to wave that one off. It's 53-37. Is our score after 3 quarters of play. 10 more minutes to go here in the regular season finale on senior night. Back in a moment on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. 53-37, Rams with the lead. Boise State has the basketball. Wagner Rents is a proud sponsor of CSU Athletics. The Rams are powered by Wagner Rents. Mary Kay Narrow, 8 points for her, brings it into the forecourt for Boise State. To Hansen on the left wing, dribbles top of the key with it, back to Narrow on the right wing. Thurman goes underneath the screen, stops the drive. Dishes it out to the left free throw line, extended to Pasco, dribbles all the way between the rings now, and Crocker jumps out on her. 12 to shoot, as Hansen has it on the angle right. Picked up on the switch by Meck. Packs away, now she's on the angle left. 6 to shoot. They come on the right side to Pasco. Pasco floats in the lane and hits with the shot clock winding down. It's a good finish from Natalie Pasco, the 5'10" freshman. Comes in averaging about 8 points per contest. And that's her 7th on the evening. Hofschild now into the forecourt with it. Comes to Crocker on the right wing. Reverses it and keeps it back to Hofschild. Narrow on the man-to-man assignment. Hands it off to Meck on the left side. Tries to turn the corner on Lalott. Dishes out to Crocker. Crocker goes in the lane. Splits, floats, leaves it well short. Rebound comes out to Boise State. Crocker trying to draw the foul that would never come. And Boise State back on the attack. On the right side, we're going to get a hold as it looked like Hull and Clark were tangled up down low. So another foul away from the basketball against the Rams. 53-39, Rams with the lead. 8:58 to go in the fourth. They skip into the near corner, 3 on its way, short. Rebound on the strong side, weak side, comes out to Callie Clark again. Clark's 8th rebound. Hofschild into the lane. Tries to drop step. Can't get any clearance. Instead, releases to Crocker on the near wing. Crocker wants to work on Pasco. Gets to the left elbow. Back to Meck. Fakes the 3. Instead, dribbles to the far wing. So 14 to shoot. Hands it off to Thurman. Thurman's going to fire the 3. That's off the bracket. No good. Rebound fought for. As saved by Kylan Crocker. Crocker with the save as Callie Clark picks it back up. Big-time athletic save from Kylan Crocker. Keeps the possession alive for the Rams. Hofschild goes to Clark, top of the key, back to Hofschild. Hofschild with Hansen forcing her to her right, crosses over, gets in the lane, stops, bounce pass into a double team. Clark's going to spin away, float with the left. Oh, it's off the bracket from point-blank range. Rebound comes out to Boise State. Rams cannot take advantage of the second opportunity. Narrow pressing pace, back to a trailing Lalott at the right elbow. One more pass to the far wing, where Hansen has it. Again, uses the high screen from Lalott. Stops at the elbow, mid-range jumper, good. Maya Hansen, as it's a 4-0 spurt to start the fourth quarter, and it's 53-41, 7:50 and counting. So Hofschild gets a high screen from Thurman, hands it off to Crocker. Back to Clark, back to Hofschild. They play hot potato on the near side. Hofschild lobs it into the pro post, where Kylan Crocker wants to face up on Pasco. Gets into the lane, bodied up, leaves it well short, rebound to Boise State. Crocker trying to force the issue again, driving into the left side, trying to shoot with the right hand. Didn't get any help. They lob it down to Hull, very deep on Mack. Has it blocked, and it comes clean to Thurman, and Thurman is bodied out of bounds. Going to get a shove against Elodie Lalott. So another clean block down low by Colorado State. Hull had really deep position, but Mack got the block, and it came to the hands of Destiny Thurman. And on the attempted opportunity to steal it back, Elodie Lalott got too much body, and the Rams have it. So Colorado State looking for the first basket of the fourth quarter as Hofschild's going to get in the lane, stop, pivot, dips it underneath to Clark, missed another layup, and they're going to get a foul down low. Oh, they are going to get a hold against Trista Hull and put Clark at the line shooting 2. Well, that would explain why she missed it from point blank, as Hull on the recovery came in and got her on the right elbow, or on the left elbow, excuse me. So Clark will shoot 2. As mentioned, Clark off the bench with 8 rebounds. She does have 3 personal fouls in 18 minutes of action. Clark's first free throw is good. 1 more upcoming. Second free throw also good. So Clark cashing in the freebies. 55-41. We approach the 7-minute mark. Boise State into the forecourt with it. Hansen goes to the right wing to Lavrovich. Tries to turn the corner, but Thurman cuts her off. Now she's stuck at the free throw line. Her outlet pass does find the mark. Hansen on the near hash. Hansen wants the high screen from Hull. Mack goes underneath it. And again, we're going to get a hole down low as once again Hull working on Boyd. So that was the matchup that they were trying to exploit down low. Again, another forward. Trista Hull, 6'2" sophomore. Once she gets Boyd on the switch, just bullies her way down to the block, and Boyd had 2 hands on her, impeding her efforts to get down low. Non-shooting, second team foul, each team with 2 team fouls, as Hansen has it on the outside. Meck with the man-to-man. They release it. Now they go down low, and another high 5 against Colorado State's Callie Clark. That's her 4th. So they go down low to Trista Hull once more. Excuse me, that was Lalott. And Lalott just didn't waste or hesitate. Just drop step to her left and was fouled on the way up. So Clark picks up her 4th personal foul, and Kendall Kinzer is going to have to replace her. So the Rams losing some strength in the paint at the 6:36 mark. 55-41 as Elodie Lalott's first free throw off the bracket, no good. Lalott misses the first one. She is scoreless on the night. She does have 6 rebounds, however. And the leading scorer sinks her first point off from the free throw line. So first point of the night coming for Lalott, and it's 55-42. 6:32 and counting as Hofschild sachets into the forecourt, directs some traffic, tries to turn on the Jets, goes all the way through, slithers underneath, and can't get the roll, but was fouled. Hofschild, seeing that she had the mismatch, Lavrovich went all the way through, just a little hesitation, not much there, but just enough to influence the shot, and the official blows the whistle. So fouls starting to pile up as each team has committed 3, as Hofschild goes to the line and gets the first one to kiss the front of the iron and roll home. So Hofschild had 15 in the first half. That is her first point of the second half, and it comes with 6:25 to play. She converts both of the free throws, 57-42. Hansen runs the point for Boise State. Wants the high screen from Lalott. Goes to the right side, fires the mid-range jumper, front of the iron. Offensive rebound, Lalott. Put back, that's short. Kinder, and that hits the deck, and it squirms out of bounds. Last touch by Destiny Thurman. So the Rams forced 2 missed shots. Could not control the rebound. That's where Callie Clark's absence is heartfelt. So third life now for Boise State. Harper gets it in to the top of the key. They lob down to Muse, has the pass deflected by Meck, and it goes out of bounds on the baseline. Keep it with the Broncos. So Muse tried to feather a pass down to Lalott. So again, a big lineup for the Broncos here on this opportunity. So Boise State lobs it all the way out to Lavrovich. Down to Muse in the pro post. Kicks it out to Hansen. Hansen backs away from the pressure of Crocker. Tries to force her over the top. There's that pick and roll. They switch it. Now back top of the key, Lavrovich gets in the lane and has it knocked away. And they're going to get a tie-up. Held ball as Destiny Thurman on the drive from Lavrovich gets the held ball possession arrow to the Rams. Boy, there was just a momentary concern whether they're going to call a reach-in foul on Thurman or the tie-up. Instead, they call the held ball. So the Rams do get the stop. 5:46. Rams by 15 here. As they go inside now to Hofschild. Kicks it out on the left wing to Thurman. Thurman can't turn the corner on Hansen. To the right wing to Crocker. Crocker tries to go to work on Pasco. Draws the double team of Lavrovich, so gives it back to Hofschild. Hofschild into the lane. Kicks out to Thurman. Sets her feet. 3 is good. Destiny Thurman. Penetrate and dish. Destiny Thurman's got 11 now. McKenna Hofschild picks up her 7th assists. And now it's a loose ball in the lane. It hits the deck. Destiny Thurman emerges with it. The Rams get another steal. We approach the halfway point. Rams trying to build upon an 18-point lead. Thurman stops in the lane. Fires from the right hand. Oh, it's off the mark to the right, and Lalott will clear it out. Long outlet pass to a streaking Lavrovich. Double clutch. Oh, a nice athletic finish by Lavrovich in transition. And again, the Rams on the miss by Thurman. Didn't get quite back quickly enough. And Boise State took advantage. 60-44. 4:45 to go as Colorado State has possession. Next stoppage will bring our final media timeout. Meck's going to fire the 3 from the angle right. That's off the bracket. And it paddles loose. Oh, 2 Boise State defenders lose the handle, and it falls right to Destiny Thurman. Oh, what a lucky break for Colorado State. Hofschild's going to blast past everyone and lay it in. Oh, a broken play from Boise State opens the door for McKenna Hofschild. She's got 19 now, just 2 off of her season average. On the dribble is Lavrovich. Gets into the lane, now the left block. Spins it out to the top of the key to Pasco. Pasco wants to dribble and hand it off to Hansen. Hansen on the angle left. Has Crocker shading her to use her left hand. Now going over the top was Crocker. Smothers her. She releases the basketball back to Lavrovich. Lavrovich in the lane. Loses it, and it's stolen. Poked loose again. It comes into the hands of Kendall Kinzer. Back-to-back steals on drives by Lindsay Lavrovich. And the Rams looking to put an exclamation point on this one. And Hofschild gets tripped up on the penetration, and it's going to be Natalie Pasco picking up the personal foul. Non-shooting team's 4th against Boise State, but at 3 minutes and 51 seconds, Colorado State will have the basketball, trying to build on a 62-44 advantage. We'll be back for the conclusion of this one next on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield. Seconds separating Colorado State from a 3rd place finish in the regular season and the number 3 seed in the Mountain West Championship Tournament coming up in Las Vegas next week as they lead 62-44. Hey, Ram fans, don't forget you can catch your Colorado State Rams anywhere you go with the Varsity Network app from Learfield. Just go to thevarsitynetwork.com and download the app to your smartphone and follow the Colorado State Rams. There you can listen to all game broadcasts, coaches shows, and weekly podcasts live or on demand. That's the Varsity Network app. Download it today. So Rams basketball triggering it on the baseline right. Destiny Thurman is handed the basketball. Comes out to McKenna Hofschild. Hofschild's going to dribble all the way to midcourt. Still waiting to engage as Crocker fakes the screen. Instead, Hofschild on the dribble, hands off to Kinzer. Back top of the key to Crocker. Crocker wants to come to the near side, picks up the dribble, has to release to Thurman on the left free throw line extended. 7 to shoot. Thurman went and go to work. One-on-one on Anna Osley. Fires the mid-range jumper, rattles out. Good solid stop by Boise State as time is starting to elude them. Narrow. Nobody picks her up. She'll fire the three. That's off to the left. Lalott with the weak side rebound. Put back, has it blocked. It's down on the lane, and it comes free. Crocker with the steal. Kylan Crocker doing the dirty work. Bounce pass comes out to Meck. Back to a trailing Crocker into Hofschild. Hofschild into the lane, bodied up. No call. Rebound comes out to Boise State. Narrow into the forecourt with it. Wants to work on Meck. Meck had her head turned, and Narrow lays it in on the left side. So under 3 minutes to play. 4-point turnaround right there. 62-46. Rams content to just use up as much of that shot clock as possible. Hofschild is going to come to the near wing, hands it off to Crocker. Crocker dribbles away to the near hash. Back to Hofschild. Hofschild's going to split defenders in the lane, dumps it underneath to Meck. Meck missed the layup, and it comes out to Boise State. Meck can't finish the reverse as Osley's going to put her head down, go all the way through to a trailing Muse. It's off of her hands and out of bounds. Colorado State ball. Anna Osley thought she had a 2-on-1, left her feet, tried a wraparound pass to Abby Muse, who wasn't quite ready for it, and it clanked off of her paws, and a turnover against the Broncos. They're 14th. And again, the Rams, 2:24 to play, leading 62-46, content to just grind out some possessions. Thurman to Crocker on the right wing. Back to Thurman. They stay on the perimeter, now to the left side, Hofschild. Back to Thurman. Thurman, and flashing in the middle of the zone is Kinzer. Kinzer turns, faces, fires, hits! Kendall Kinzer. So Boise State switching into the zone. And at 2:04, Boise State is going to throw in the towel. They're going to empty the bench. Boise State will take a timeout in order to bring in substitutions. So at 2:04, Colorado State leading this one 64-46. As I said, this pretty much means that the Rams are going to have that number 3 seed. And by doing so, they avoid the play-in date on Sunday, March 5th. And the number 3 seed will then instead play on Monday evening at 7:30 Pacific. So that's a late start, 8:30 here in the Mountain Time Zone, where they will take on the winner of the 7 and 8 game. So now Boise State's emptying the bench. Colorado State sticking with the starters. So Thurman, Meck, Crocker, Hofschild, and Kinzer still out there with 2:04 to play. Now getting some run here is Jada Clark, 5'4" sophomore from Richland, Washington. Top of the key is Mackenzie Narrow. That name may sound familiar. And on the top of the key is Anna Osley. Osley on the right side, Narrow's 3 in the corner, off the bracket, no good. Rebound going over the top, nice big-time elevation from Tatum Thompson. And on the putback, Thompson was fouled. So Thompson with another O board. As for some reason, the Rams continuing to stick with their starters with 1:44 to go. But Boise State has all but resigned themselves to their fate. So Petra Farkas on her senior night will play the final 1:44 as Thompson misses the first one. So Boise State now 4 of 9 from the free throw line. As Thompson, the freshman, eyes the second one. She missed them both. Rebound comes out to Kylan Crocker. Crocker into the forecourt now. Behind the back dribble to a trailing Thurman. Thurman to Hofschild. Hofschild sitting on 19 points. Goes to Thurman on the left wing. Back skip pass near side. Farkas. 3 is on its way off the bracket. Rebound goes harmlessly into the far corner. So looking to get Petra Farkas a shot. Hasn't had a whole lot of playing time. Just 12% from three-point land on the season. But want to give her an opportunity here. 93 seconds to play. Osley has it on the far side. Top of the key, Mackenzie Narrow. Narrow goes to the left wing where she hands it off to Jada Clark. Clark back to Osley, and Hofschild waltzes her. Into the hands of Clark at the midcourt stripe. Now she's going to dribble between the rings. Thurman still has the assignment. Osley, jab step, wants to drive on the baseline. Instead uses the screen. Step back 3 on its way is good. And Osley, as the Rams now with 66 seconds to go, lead this one comfortably 64-49. 1:02 to play as Farkas has it on the near wing. No look pass to Kinzer. Comes back to Farkas. Jab step. She'll fire a long 2. Front of the iron. Rebound put back. Kendall Kinzer on the weak side. And Colorado State will take a timeout for substitutions. As with 52.4 seconds to go, Rams lead by 17, 66-49. Thurman and Hofschild's night is over. Thurman with 19 points. Thurman with 11 and 6 on her senior night. So well-deserved round of applause for players coming out for Colorado State. Wild bank shot in the lane is off the mark, as that was off the hands of Sydney McQuieter, the 6'2" Boston College transfer. So with 34 seconds to go, Crocker content to just waste some time. She's just dribbling near midcourt, behind the back, and Boise State content to just let her do it. So with 8 seconds to go, Petra Farkas comes to greet them. And 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that will be the shot clock violation. So it will go as the 8th turnover of the game for Colorado State. As Kylan Crocker, Petra Farkas now is going to get a hand as Clara Gomez replaces her. So Farkas comes in, put up 2 shots, couldn't get them to fall, but instead gets her moment in the sun as the Moby faithful rise to their feet. They gave Destiny Thurman a standing ovation, and Petra Farkas earned hers as well. So with 6 seconds to go, Thompson's going to fire from about 8 feet, gets a friendly roll as it slithers around and falls through. But with 2.8 seconds left, that will end it. Well, the Rams really faced a gut check against probably one of the hottest teams in the entire Mountain West. Boise State was coming in on a run. But for the second consecutive time this season, the Rams hold the Boise State Broncos in the 50s. Your final from Moby Arena, Colorado State 66, Boise State 51. Our postgame show comes up next on the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield.